I'm Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I'm just hoping that I have enough battery power, battery juice to finish this video. But let's go ahead and start off on a high note. I placed an order on the Melt Cosmetics website. They did an early release. I seen it like on Instagram or whatever, and I knew just based off of the colors in this palette, I knew that I wanted it, and it's the Smoke Sessions eyeshadow palette. Cardboard packaging. I just got this, but I wanted to swatch it for you guys. I think it's currently sold out on the website. I know they were having some really good Black Friday weekend deals on their website, but the colors in here, especially some of these shades, I just was like, oh my gosh. I will say that Melt Cosmetics has got some type of a pressing problem with their eyeshadows. Out of all of the shimmer shades in this palette, which is 6 of them, so it'd be these 3 and these 3 over here, all were poofed out, like they were raised, almost looked like there was too much product in the pan, but they were really just kind of poofed, like, it sounds funny, but they were like poofed upwards. So I gently took my finger and pressed the product back down in the pan. It's almost like there's air in the formula. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch this for you guys. The formula feels very standard to the other Melt eyeshadows that I have in my collection, which I do have now all 3 of the palettes that they've put out. And I grabbed these 2 to kind of reference them for you guys. I wanted to show them next to each other so you guys can kind of compare the colors. And I hadn't pulled these out for a while, but in the Gemini palette, both of the shimmer shades in here and also this pretty matte green, those were poofed out as well. So like if I were to accidentally probably bump this or you know, have it hit something just a little bit, I feel like they're going to crack and break. And I did post a picture on Instagram of the Smoke Sessions palette, and a few people have gotten theirs broken, I've seen. Same with the 27 eyeshadow palette. Both the shimmer shades, the mattes in this one are okay, but both the shimmer shades in this one are also poofed out, just now when I grabbed them to show them to you guys. So I had to, again, push them gently back down into the pan because it's like there's air in there. So I really, especially in terms of like, so they don't break and stuff like that, I think they need to fix that problem. But back to the Smoke Sessions palette, the box packaging mimics this actual palette. Nowhere on the box or the actual palette does it list the ingredients or the amount of product that you're getting, but this was inside the box. It's a little piece of paper that states how much product is in there. So there's a total of 0.58 ounces of product, or it averages out to be about 0.0725 ounces per eyeshadow, which is a pretty good amount of product. Now again, these shadows feel very similar to the other formula. Based on the shadows kind of puffing out, I'm sure I'm going to probably get the same type of results when I use these as I did the other ones, where they're very pigmented eyeshadows. They blend really well. I really like that aspect of Melt eyeshadows, but I do get fallout and they can get really messy. You kind of have to be a little bit careful when you're putting your brush in them and when you're, you know, putting them on the eye, because they can get a little bit messy. I feel like, again, there's a pressing problem. So let's go into this palette. I really love these shimmer shades. I know I will get use out of all 6 of those. This for me is not going to be a standalone eyeshadow palette. I'm going to have to incorporate something with transition and highlight underneath the brow in terms of matte eyeshadows, because these 2 are both pretty dark crease shades for me, and those are the only 2 matte eyeshadows in this palette. But these shimmer shades, I'll be getting some use out of those because they're very pretty. So let's go ahead and swatch the shades. So you got 4 that are kind of golden brown, and then you've got bluish greens over there. So you can see they're very pigmented eyeshadows. Yeah, I had to press down on every single shimmer shade in this palette when I got it because it was like raised upwards. But those colors are so beautiful. And then these next 4. Gosh darn, those are some pretty colors, man. I mean, you can see the pigmentation is so there. So those are the swatches. Let me show them next to the other palettes. So here it is next to the 27 eyeshadow palette. You can see those on the mirror there, where those 2 shimmer shades puffed up so high that when I close it, they ended up on the mirror. That's how like high they were raised out of the pan. And then on top there is the Gemini eyeshadow palette and the Smoke Sessions on the bottom. which there is a green. That shimmery green is slightly similar to some of the shimmery greens in the bottom one, but they're not exact. Also from Melt, I got 2 of their liquid set lipsticks. I believe it's from that same Smoke Sessions collection. And my intention with these was to try and use them as liquid eyeliners. I like how they're like a blackened green and a blackened plum, where they're dark enough to be definitive with just a slight hint of a green and a slight hint of a red. So that's kind of why I bought these. And I had just swatched them, and I let them set on my hand for probably like half hour, and they weren't like setting like a normal liquid lipstick that I'm familiar with did. It like didn't dry down. So I don't know how they're gonna work as eyeliners, which is the reason that I bought them. I like to try out liquid lipsticks as eyeliners because I like the fluidity of them. Oftentimes like gel eyeliners or something like that, they just drag on the skin a little bit too much. So I like a lot of fluidity in like my eyeliners when I do like a wing on top of the lash line. But anyway, so I got the shade Taupe, which is the blackened green color. I just think this would be such a pretty eyeliner shade. And then the other one is called Velvet Room, and these have like a cupcake type scent to them, like really sweet smell to them, not like a vanilla but more like a cupcake. See, those would be such beautiful eyeliners, but again, they were not drying down for me. I'm gonna go ahead and try one tomorrow. Hopefully throughout the day it doesn't turn into a disaster. Maybe they'll set on top of eyeshadow a little bit better or something, but the colors are so pretty. I just think they'd make stunning eyeliners. And then I'm not for sure of the official name of this collection, but I purchased 2 lipsticks from MAC that come in this type of packaging, which I think is super cute. I got the shade Who Wants Candy, and it says Raver Girl on it, and that's actually the lipstick that I have on my lips today. This is a very unique color. It's a frost lipstick. This is like that NYX blush that I hauled not that long ago, where the base of it is a peach, but it has got a purple shift to it. It is such a pretty color. Again, I have it on with Charlotte Tilbury's Pink Venus lip cheat. But it has got a purple shift in there that is just stunning. It is like totally like that NYX blush. And then the other one that I got is called Glamour of Punk. And it says Pretty Punk on there. And this is also a frost, I believe. No, this one's a glaze. And it's a pretty baby pink with a purpley type of a shift to it. It's a little bit more sheer than I thought. So when I had used it, I kind of brought the lip liner in quite a bit. But it's a pretty color to use as either layering or directly over a lip liner. So I got those from MAC. Then I placed the order on the Dose of Colors website because I wanted to get this Mickey Mouse eyeshadow palette. It just looked really cute. This is what the box looks like. There is, how much product we got? 6 eyeshadows that are 0.04 ounces, and then the highlighter, which is the larger pan, is 0.28 ounces. This is a cardboard type packaging. For me, in terms of the eyeshadows, I'm definitely going to have to incorporate other shades in there. It's not a standalone eyeshadow palette for me because the shades are all pretty kind of dark. But you have got 4 mattes, which are Hug Me, Oh Boy, M is for Mischief, and Aw Shucks. And then you've got 2 shimmers, Let the Show Begin and Hooray. And then this right here, Beyond Classic, is a shimmery highlighter. It's light enough for my skin tone, but it's not light enough where it's going to kind of give a lift in terms of color. It kind of blends into my actual skin color, but I can make it work. So let's give you some swatches of this guy. And then these bottom 3 colors. And I get along with Dose Colors eyeshadows pretty well. These ones do feel like they're pressed harder in the pan than some of their older eyeshadow palettes, which is good because they don't get quite as messy. And then I did purchase one of the lipsticks, and it's the shade 1928. This is what the packaging looks like. I have never tried the lipstick form like this. You do have to be careful when you pull the cover off because part of the bullet sticks out. And it's easy to kind of gouge it. It doesn't twist down. There was a Mickey Mouse on the end of there, but I've worn this. It's a really warm nude shade, kind of a peach almost. The formula on this guy is a little bit more stiff, but I feel like it wore longer because of that. So this is the shade, what did I say it was? 1928. Doesn't have much of a smell, maybe a slight sweet smell, but not much. And then I also got the Pretty Cool eyeshadow palette from Dose of Colors, which I'm wearing on my eyes today with the Vsart Grand Pro Volume 2. This has got 5 eyeshadows. Oh, there went the double-ended brush, which I don't use anyway because it's not that good quality. But there are 5 eyeshadows in here. Each one of these is 0.06 ounces per shade. I like these eyeshadows. Again, these ones I feel are pressed a little bit more firm in the pan than their older ones, so you don't get quite as much kick up as some of those older 4 palettes that they came out in the same style. They're a little bit more firm, but they're still pigmented and they blend out really well. Today I have got on these 2 shades right here. I do feel like, considering how close some of these shades are in terms of tone, that they could have threw in a matte brow bone highlight for me because I did have to bring in a different highlighter for underneath the brow. So I did use these 2 shades in my look today, and they worked really well. So again, just, you know, a little bit more variation in terms of tones, like a matte brow bone would have been nice. So let's swatch these. They're pigmented and they do blend very well though, and I had like hardly any fallout with them. And then this last one right there. They're all matte eyeshadows. So that's the Dose of Colors Pretty Cool eyeshadow palette right there. And then Macy's was having like a 15% off, like all their makeup one day, so I purchased some stuff from there. I have always wanted one of these Dior lipsticks because of, like, I don't know, something about the bullet just looks really intriguing. It's one of their Diorific mattes, and I got the shade 360 Elegant. And this packaging, they have come out with like this style packaging for a couple years now, and I've never bit the bullet and bought one, so I was like, well, 15% off, might as well. So I got it in some matte, kind of a rosy color, rosy nude shade. It's a little bit darker than I had thought it was going to be, but it's still a really pretty shade. Does it have a scent? It does have a slightly perfumed scent to it, so that's something to beware of. But that is number 360 in Elegant, and this packaging is so, it's just really cute. It's like a collector's piece. Then I also got a lipstick from Lancome. It's the L'Absolu Rouge Starlight Sparkle in 264 Poit Ultra. And it's a sheer formula. You guys can see what it's called right there. And I thought the packaging on this looked really pretty. This one again is a little bit darker than I thought it was going to be, but it is a pretty shade nonetheless. This is what the packaging looks like. I thought it was so pretty. You push down on the top and then the bottom pops out like that. So this one here is a deeper rose color than the Dior. So, and a little bit more pink right there. So that is number 264 Poit Ultra. Also on Macy's, NYX was buy one, get one 50% off. And then they also had that 15% off. So I saw these and not knowing what to expect, but they're illuminating powders, and they came in their like little holiday style packaging. So I got 2 of these. One is a purple. I have not worn it just yet. It's the shade Confetti Glow, and it's got a pretty strong purple shift to it, but it's kind of, I wouldn't call this baked gelée, but it's almost got like a gelée factor to it. It's got a little bit more of a creaminess to it than being baked gelée. But it's got a pretty strong purple undertone, so I haven't worn that one just yet. Kind of a slight blue shift in it. And then this next one is so pretty. Like when I went to use it and then put it on the cheeks, I was not expecting the intensity that I got. I have a little bit of it on the top of my cheekbones today over the Maybelline and Nikki Tutorials highlighter, but the other day I wore this by itself and it is so pretty. It's the shade Powdered Sugar. It's got a gold shift to it, but it is super, super shiny, super stunning. I kind of want to go on there and see if they still have it and grab another one because it is so pretty. And the price of them was $8, so I must have paid, what, $4.50 for one or something like that. But I have not seen these on Ulta. The only place that I've seen this particular one is on Macy's, and it's so pretty. Powdered Sugar. Also from Macy's in that same 15% off sale, I finally got the 2 Dior Quints from the holiday collection, which is something I've purchased the Dior holiday quints for like the past 5 years. There's something about them that just give me all the feels. Even though the packaging is the same and everything like that. I was kind of leaning against not getting them this year, but I kept looking at them and kept looking at them, and so I finally got them when there was a sale. So I did get 15% off. These are Baked Gelée Texture eyeshadow. This one right here, I have not put my fingers in it yet because I don't want both of these. I just don't want to destroy the stars. But I'm going to do it because I want to swatch them for you guys. I really like Baked Gelée eyeshadows. They give a really beautiful finish and sparkle on the eyelid. These ones here, this matte is probably more like a satin, or this dark brown is more like a satin, but these ones are all pretty shimmery. So this is number 617 Lucky Star. Okay, here we go. We're going to swatch them for you guys. I've been like putting it off because I didn't want to like mess up the embossing, but very beautiful, shimmery, holiday-esque eyeshadows. So there's the first 4, and then here's the bottom one, just kind of like a satin. So that is the Dior 617 Lucky Star Quint. And then the other one is number 57 Moonlight. I haven't touched this either because I didn't want to mess up the stars. These ones are all shimmery. There are no like satin or mattes in this one. And this one's more cool tone. This taupe up here is so stunning. Ah, dun, dun, dun. I mean, I'm going to use them eventually anyway, so it's okay. It's okay. Swatch the shadows. Again, these are a baked gelée type formula. Oh gosh, that's so pretty. So much shine. And then these bottom 2. Gosh, that top taupe shade is so stunning. So that is number 57 Moonlight from Dior Holiday. These next items were part of the Ulta 20% off sale order that I did a week or 2 ago. I purchased my first Diamond Dew liquid glitter eyeshadow from Lime Crime. I wasn't sure kind of what to expect, but I was thinking along the lines of the Stila Glitter and Glows, and these are like the Stila Glitter and Glows, if not prettier. They're just as pretty as the Stila Glitter and Glows. So the shade that I got is Magnet, and I love the packaging. I think it's super cute. It's got a twisty top as well. I'm really, really tempted. Actually, you know what? I think they're having a really good Black Friday sale. I may go on there and buy the rest of these if they're having a good sale, because I like this. I really like this. This shade is really stunning as well. So this is the shade Magnet, and it's a pretty taupe color. So I'll probably use it kind of like a topper, but I do feel like there's enough pigmentation in these ones that you could use them by themselves as well. Did I show you guys what the tip of the applicator looks like? Right there. Like a little doe foot. So it's got silver glitters in there. So pretty. So that is the shade Magnet. Again, that's a Lime Crime Diamond Dew. And the packaging, so cute. Also from Ulta and Lime Crime, I got these Venus XS little mini eyeshadow palettes. There are 4 eyeshadows in each one of these that are 0.059 ounces per shade. So you're getting almost 0.06 ounces of shadow in each one of here, which is a pretty good deal. So this first one is the silver one. So it's Venus XS Silver. It's cardboard packaging. It's pretty lightweight. Feels a little cheap, but the shadows in here are really pretty. Oh, this color down here is stunning. I wore this the other day and it was so pretty. So these 2 shades are matte, and then these 2 shades are pretty foily, glittery. I put this shade on my mom too when she came over one day, and she really liked it. Look at that color. It's so pretty. Oh, that little Diamond Dew would look pretty with this little quad here. And I do get along really well with Lime Crime eyeshadows. They're pigmented and they blend out really nice for me. So that is the Venus XS in Silver. This next one is the Venus XS in Rose Gold. This one doesn't have any of those really glittery shadows, but there are 2 really pretty shimmers in here, and then 2 mattes. So these guys are your mattes and those ones are your shimmers. Oh. So that is the Venus XS in Rose Gold. And then this last one is the Venus XS in Solid Gold. This one only has one matte, and then it's got a matte base with glitter in it, which is this bottom one. And then you've got one really foily, glittery shade down here in the corner, and this one here is kind of a shimmer. So like 4 different finishes in this one. This is the only matte in there. And it's like a shimmer. This one's a glittery gold. And this one has a matte base with the sparkles shot through it. Right there. So that one is XS in Solid Gold. And then Butter London came out with another one of their Glazing Smooth Silk Shadow Palettes. This one is in mauves. The other one is kind of a brownie and silver taupey type of one. This one has got some mauves in there. And everything in here is shimmery. There are no mattes in here. So when I use the other one that I have like this, I typically just use it kind of as a lid palette. But you can definitely use it, you know, all over because there are some deep crease shades and whatnot. But everything in here is shimmery. There is 0.05 ounces per shade in there. So again, you're getting a pretty decent amount of product in here. I feel like these shadows go on prettier than they kind of swatch, but well, they're swatching pretty here too, but they do look really pretty on the lid. So there's the first 4 and these other 3. Some pretty cranberries in there. Right there. So that is the Butter London Glazing Smooth Silk Shadow Palette in Mauves. Right there. And then it's got a pretty bird on the cover. And then Revlon was buy one get one 50% off, and then I also got them 20% off of that from Ulta. So I got the Photo Ready Candid Anti-Pollution Setting Powder. There's a ½ ounce of product in here, and it kind of intrigued me, the whole anti-pollution thing. And then I tore the little back open to see the ingredients, and there's nothing revolutionary in the ingredients list. These ingredients are in tons of powders, like setting powders. There's talc, cornstarch, silica, dimethicone, mica, tocopherol acetate, which is vitamin E, phenoxyethanol, and carmine iron oxides. So nothing revolutionary there. I think that they're making a really large claim for their ingredient list. So I was like, what? I did try this out and I used it to set underneath my eyes. My concealer that day creased. And also this oxidized a bit underneath my eyes. It turned my concealer a little bit deeper. I have not tried it for all over the face just yet, but in terms of underneath the eyes, it's kind of a no-go for me. And then I got this Revlon Color State Player Eyeshadow Palette. And it's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be for some reason. But the colors in here are really pretty and they're pigmented as well. Let's see if I can't, why does the sticker stay? Okay, there we go. So there are 8 shades in here. These really remind me of some Lancome eyeshadows, like the formula of this remind me of some Lancome eyeshadows that I have. There are two mattes in here, which are this matte brow bone and then this deep brown. Everything else is pretty shimmery in there. There's not a lot of product in here, but the total product for the whole palette is 0.12 ounces, which makes each eyeshadow 0.015 ounces. So let me swatch these for you guys though, because they've got some nice pigmentation to them. I will say that because they're so skinny, like you can see, like based on the size of my finger, I do have large hands, but depending on the size of your brush, it might pose a bit difficult getting your brush inside of those skinny pans. See, their swatch really pretty. Did I tell you what shade this one is? This is number 910 Player. And this green, this chartreuse green just did it for me, man. And that blue. They are really skinny though. Nice, right? I have not seen these in store yet. So I'm assuming they've got a couple versions of them out. So that is the Revlon Player 910 Color Stay Eyeshadow Palette. And then Sephora went and extended their sale, and I bit the bullet, man, and I bought this Bioeffect Egf Serum. It's a half an ounce of product, and it's $160 for a half an ounce of product. The reviews on this Bioeffect line on Sephora are just glowing. The main ingredient in the Bioeffect serum is the same kind of main ingredient in the eye serum, which I really wanted to get the eye serum, but it was sold out. And so I figured I would just try this one in lieu of the eye serum. So I've been using it at night for the past 3 days by itself with like nothing else. And I'm really impressed with the amount of hydration it gives my eye area, because I do have a dry eye area, and this is all I've been using, so it's been pretty good. I haven't tried it all over the face just yet. I thought that I'd probably maybe get a little bit more bang for my buck with this larger size instead of going with the eye serum, because again, they're like, you know, active ingredient is in both the eye serum and this, and you get more product for the money in this one. But again, I can't speak long term just yet. I just know that my eyes are very hydrated when I still wake up in the morning having used this. I just pull the little dropper out and just get one drop is more than enough actually for both my eye areas. I'm trying to figure out a way that I could get a little bit less product without like touching the little end of this on my skin, but so far so good. But in long term, I better see some results for that kind of money, man. I did get 20% off of it, so that was good. And then the other thing I got was this Biossance Squalene Peptide Eye Gel, and I had gotten a sample of this, and I really enjoyed that sample. I had just used it up maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I had missed it, so I went and purchased the full size of this. It comes with a pump, which is nice, and this is a half an ounce of product as well. And this is what I've been using in the morning. Just one little pea-size amount covers both eyes, and I feel like it hydrates my eye area really well. And I haven't been topping it with anything either, which I'm a big layering type of skincare person. But I've been just using this in the morning and then that other one at night, and we'll see how it goes. If I see something miraculous, you guys will be hearing about it in a favorites video of some sort, I'm sure. And then call me crazy, but I did get another Mary Mary moisturizer set from Belief. It's got the full size of the True Cream Moisturizing Balm, and then also got the 20% off. It's at my I use it every night, that cream right there, and then it comes with the eye balm mini size and then a sample of the overnight mask. So I bought another one of those. Then I also got this Biossance Squalene Plus Antioxidant Cleansing Oil. There's 6.7628 fluid ounces of product in here. I use this at nighttime to remove my makeup. I have gone through a bottle of this in the past. It was some months ago, and I kind of missed it. It's just a good cleansing oil. I like to, there's the one made by Belief that I have in my bathroom as well. I like that you're getting a pretty good amount of product in here for the price, and it just feels really nice on the skin. And then I got the Too Faced Chocolate Gold Soleil Longwear Gilded Bronzer. I bought another one of these because the state of my current one is almost shot out. So this is what the one that I have currently is. This is the bronzer that I've been using the most for quite some time. I have it on my face right now. It smells delicious, like chocolate. It's got a slight glow to it, but something about the tone of this, it's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's just got a really gorgeous tone to it. So I went ahead and bought another one of these. Isn't that just, it's such a pretty color. Because mine's almost done. And that's everything for my haul today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.